Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport, where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down for the offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On second down, he'll fire. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, TCU.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And the extra point makes it 7-0.
That makes the score TCU 7, Nebraska 0.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll run it. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking the play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes his connection. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They'll leave it with him. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Wiggle. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They've already failed to convert on fourth down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Discards a man. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
One of the the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get... He's taking the shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, TCU 14, Nebraska 0.
Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete to the left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Huskers will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Oh, this is a bad, bad shame. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you can tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again? Or are you going to force them to pass the football?
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. Hand off from the shotgun. Bulls his way forward. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
Gain of 4. 2nd down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
Nebraska.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 throwing play. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Flying down the right side. Past the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot. Now, quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Lowers those pads. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The hand to the running back. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Going with the ground game left. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll throw it on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Cunningham. At the 35, he's got room. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Powers through. Touchdown! TCU. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, you keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights.
He's going to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He'll try to take it back. The 30. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
To the air on first down. Unloads it left. And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Tackle is made after the first down. The Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Inside the 50. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Made the play on the pick was...
And they'll take
But on the return, he'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Here's the handoff. Trucks through the defender. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
To the ground with the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Fights off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Takes the grab on the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
TCU.
These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
TCU 35, Nebraska 14.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
This one.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Nebraska! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football. You know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They're testing the right side here.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on first down.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They're trying to get to it. And down he goes back at the 3.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense in Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw on that blitz, they had no shot at blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. They'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on 1st down. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, TCU 35, Nebraska 21.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Huskers are in the hurry-up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Man, it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got his man, makes the grab. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Coming up, 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets open down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback will audible. They're going to throw it again. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Husker. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Smashes through the tackle. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure?
Afterburners coming. Running inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. The give as they work on that clock. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
42, Nebraska 28.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play call.
Looking to take a shot. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's got it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Handoff to the lone back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking to throw on third. Finds his big tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team.